One. Here we go!
Ladies and gentlemen, if you see me, you know it's time for We Talk. I'm Yolanda Nell and I will be your host for today. All you have to do is grab a cup of coffee, sit back and relax. In today's program, you can look forward to an interview I did with the Baking Tin ladies, and they have a wide variety of things available in their shop, from sweets and treats as well as baking equipment. And this is not only a shop for professional bakers, so if you are only starting out, then please go make a turn. In our recommendation segment, we also head back to the Can Kitchen, where myself and Rolf Hansen, the CEO, is cooking up a storm. And today we are making cheesecake in the microwave. So if you want to impress your guest, then stay tuned. Next up, we will do the news.
Tourismus Namibia is a weekly tourism show that brings you the latest news in the tourism industry and topics related to that. Tourismus aims at reaching travelers, accommodation, restaurant establishments, agricultural and financial institutions. The show focuses on tourism news, where to travel to fit your budget, 4x4 drives, routes and destinations, and so much more. Tourismus is broadcasted on NTV, 102.com and cross-chat on the following Facebook platforms: the Republikein, Algemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun and Namibia Media Holdings. Contact Tourismus at synergy.com.na for news and advertising related queries. Tourismus, bringing the world to Namibia.
In our first news story of the day, the NIPD board had a workshop on how to attract investment in Namibia. Philip Usiku was there.
We have to be competitive as a country in terms of what we offer. And capital come in different formats. So there's certainly the financial capital, but there's also human capital that's needed to unlock some of the financial capital ability to deliver returns. And I think that's where Namibia Inc. as well as the government needs to see how we can expedite and how we can enable investment into the country, make it easier for people to invest. If you just think about our investment processes, the red tape you need to go through, by the time somebody's managed to set up a business, they are sometimes a little bit disheartened by the heartache they had to experience in getting to it. And I think from our perspective, as a facilitator of capital investment, it is something that we really need to, as a country, work very hard at. And there's certainly a willingness.
Still remaining a big concern in Windhoek is the strike of the City of Windhoek employees. Let's see. And in some inspiring news, a group of mothers in the Oshona region were celebrating the graduation of their children. However, this is no conventional graduation, as the graduates are only 18-month-old babies that have been declared HIV-free as a result of their HIV-positive mothers' antiretroviral treatment during pregnancy, birth, and lactation. The graduation ceremony was organized by the local civil society organization Development Aid from the People to People, a partner organization funded by the United States President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief through the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in Namibia. According to Dr. Brian Baker, the director for the CDC Namibia, celebrating the fact that these children are HIV-free at 18 months is something very special. These ceremonies are powerful testimonials to the resiliency of these women and the support provided by the program to eliminate mother-to-child transmission of HIV.
Ohole So Nice is an entertainment show brought to you by the youth for the youth, aimed at having more young people showcase their individual identities. Making a good impression does not come easy. The nerves and the natural way youth interact when it comes to dating, well, this has changed over the years. This is a dating show that allows individuals to participate and be their own true selves. Ohole So Nice focuses on blind date, talk about that, news, flex your style, and more. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and on the MyZone Facebook platform. To share your experience or make your product or service part of Ohole So Nice, contact Zone at synergy.com.na. Ohole So Nice, because Sabawelling isn't enough.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are talking to Natasha and Indira, and they are from the Bakington. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having us.
And welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Can you quickly tell us, when did the Bakington start and what do you have on offer?
The Bakington started as a small division in African packaging in 1983. It was literally a little piece of real estate that they put up, a small Bakington store. And they had basic stuff, colorants and those kind of things on offer, but they saw the need, and the new big store, the warehouse size store right next to it or behind it was the prime spot for the new Bakington. Mm-hmm. And the revamp happened, 2 years ago?
2 years back, yeah.
And that means you're celebrating 40 years this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
That's correct.
I'm a fantastic customer there.
You are.
I'm always there buying new things.
You own some property there already.
Can you quickly tell us, you have a lot of baking supplies now. Is this only for professional bakers or for amateurs or the housewife that wants to just have fun in the kitchen?
No, the Bakington tries to accommodate every baker, whether you are a first-time baker or a professional baker. Literally, if I say Bakington is the place to be, I mean like Bakington is the place to be for any baker. It doesn't matter if you're baking cookies or muffins or little chocolates that you're creating on your own. I mean, Bakington accommodates everyone. So.
And you are currently bringing in new products. How do you decide what to bring in and what is new there at the moment?
It's a little bit of a mix of a little bit of market research and what customers ask for. And then I had the privilege of spending some time in South Africa, and what sells there isn't necessarily what's going to sell here, but I'd like to bring in some of those new ranges as well. We have branched out a little bit more to a gifting side as well, where hampers and anything that you can add to a gift happens, because people who bake normally bake for parties. Mm-hmm. So what goes with a party? Party accessories, or yes, more sweeties, or more upmarket confectionery.
Mm-hmm.
And you also host regular events for bakers to come showcase what they can make. Why are events like this so important?
We haven't hosted a big event recently because of COVID. Yeah. And when we decided to have a new launch, we had a bake-off last year, which was really well received. We ran it for a month, and we had 6 contestants that had to do a cake decorating. Cake decoration inside the store, mm-hmm, and that was massive. And we're definitely going to do this again this year. We're gearing up. Maybe August. We'll see if August is going to be a good month. I'll go
and practice in my kitchen before, because I can bake a cake, but when it comes to the decorations, I'm lost.
Yeah. So we do have a couple of teachers lined up as well. We're just going through the motions of seeing what we can accommodate. Mm-hmm. The store wasn't completely ready for a big baking class at the moment, and we just want to secure the space and make everything more lined up for a couple of the teachers. We've got some really exciting people on board.
Mm-hmm. You're also having hampers available. What can people expect inside the hampers?
So we've got a brand called Forest Fairies that we brought in. That's absolutely the most delicious, mouth-watering nougat, chocolate, nuts, and everything in there. It's highly addictive, and so that's going to be in the hamper. Mm-hmm. We've got some bubbly. You always need some bubbly. Yes. Mm-hmm. Always. And then dried fruit and nuts. We've got some of that in there.
Oh, wow.
And a couple of savory snacks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to mention about Bakington?
Well, it's definitely the place to be. If you want to try out new skills, we've got lots of chocolatiers popping up in the Windhoek area, and we do stock a really good range of premium chocolate. So if
yes,
you
I know.
So if you in the market of making your own chocolate, we've got everything, the wrap for it, the molds. We've got more than 400 different kinds of chocolate molds, from hearts, we even have little alligators or crocodiles that you can make into.
And there's also a wide variety of silicone molds, and this is all the craze at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love using it, because it's dishwasher safe, and I can put it in my freezer, and because of all the new designs, it always brings something different to your table.
Definitely. And it's also easy to clean.
Yes.
And very easy to use though.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a sweet tooth or you want to start baking this year, then the Bakington is the place to go.
Thank you very much for having us.
NMH at 1 brings you news from all corners of Namibia. NMH at 1 aims to reach viewers countrywide who are interested in current affairs in a short and sweet format. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and cross-shared on the following Facebook platforms: The Republican, Algemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun, Namibia Media Holdings, Irongo, and Windhoek Express. To share your news or advertise on this platform, contact NMH1 at synergy.com.na. NMH at 1, your lunchtime news companion.
Tourismus Namibia is a weekly tourism show that brings you the latest news in the tourism industry and topics related to that. Tourismus aims at reaching travelers, accommodation, restaurant establishments, agricultural and financial institutions. The show focuses on tourism news, where to travel to fit your budget, 4x4 drives, routes and destinations, and so much more. Tourismus is broadcasted on NTV, 102.com and cross-shared on the following Facebook platforms: the Republikein, Algemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun and Namibia Media Holdings. Contact Tourismus at synergy.com.na for news and advertising related queries. Tourismus, bringing the world to Namibia.
Welcome to another episode of We Can Cook, together with me, Yolanda Nell, and Rolf Hansen of the Cancer Association.
Hi everyone, wonderful to have you back in the kitchen. Let's get cooking.
We are making cheesecake today.
Whoa, but cheesecake is a lot of work, Yolanda.
No, I'm taking a shortcut.
Shortcuts, always the shortcuts, this one.
Well, you can have cheesecake earlier then.
So let's have our cheesecake then.
Okay, we're
Let's
doing
go.
it in the microwave.
Okay.
No? So we've measured out everything already. So we'll just be adding a little bit of butter to our mashed up cookies.
So these are basically like your normal Mario biscuits or something that we just crushed up.
Exactly.
And it's about a packet of Mario biscuits crushed up, and then we've got about 200 to 250 grams of butter that is just softened in the microwave, and we just want to do that to get a base.
Exactly.
Cool.
So that is what we're doing. And if you can just press that lightly in the base, I am going to continue here. What we're doing here is we are literally adding a kilogram of any flavored yogurt that you like.
Okay.
We're adding that.
So if you go for something clean, more traditional than your Greek yogurt, that you have got more sort of that German flavor, sourish effect, and then if you want to go something fruity, you add fruits of the forest or whatever you like. Okay.
And to this, all you add is a tin of condensed milk. I've mixed these two ingredients together. Now I'm just going to pour it over. I mean, you can't get easier than this.
This is super easy, I must honestly say.
And I have to admit, it's really tasty as well.
Okay.
Okay, Rolf, and now you can just put it in the microwave for like 4 minutes.
Okay, so we'll see you after 4 minutes.
Rolf, this is it.
So 4 minutes later, on a normal heat,
Yeah.
or if you haven't got a setting, push for about 5, maybe 6, but it's sort of, you can cool it, you can,
and then
room
when
temperature,
it's cool, it's ready
it's
to
done.
eat.
So it's set, it's beautiful, it smells amazing. Shall we dig in a little bit?
Why
It might
not?
be a bit hard, but hey, why not? It's only us and our figures. Okay, smile. I bottom. Cut.
If there's something that always brings people together, it's food, and now you have the opportunity to give back to the community. We are cooking up a storm in the Can Kitchen, and all proceeds from the I Can Cook recipe book will be donated to the Cancer Association of Namibia. The Cancer Association does amazing work to make sure that each and every patient that comes through their doors are taken care of. And by making this purchase of 100 Namibian dollars, you will never run out of ideas to have a meal ready in no time.
Flex is a health and fitness show that focuses on mind, body, and spirit. Flex aims to reach all audiences that would love to focus on the health of the mind, body, and spirit. The show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and cross-shared on the following Facebook platforms: The Republican, Algemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun, Namibian Media Holdings, Sportsrec, Irongo, MyZone, We, and Ewi. Flex focuses on daily fitness, where we will be flexing our muscles, wellness interviews where we will be flexing our mind. For editorial and advertising queries, please contact zone@synergy.com.na.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure what you have planned for the weekend, but I will be out and about seeing you at the Boeremark early on Saturday morning. There's also some racing going on at the Tony Racetrack and some radio control cars as well. So I hope to see you there. If that is not your thing, listen up to what else can be expected over the weekend.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the first weekend in March. We have a lot on the entertainment front for you this weekend. At 7 on Friday, as night fades and Ecovision perform at the Handlebar in Windhoek. At the same time, but in Swakopmund, Rian Smith and Gareth Harvey of the Crimson House fame perform at the Soundgarden. On Saturday at 6:30 a.m., Secret Sunrise Windhoek hosts a morning bliss session at the Village, and at 8 there's a farmers market at the Windhoek Showgrounds until 1. At 9 there's a boot and yard sale at Be Cute, Upper Leafy Valleys in Walvis Bay in support of the Kids Haven Shelter, and at 9:30 Future Females Windhoek hosts a Branding Your Biggest Asset talk at the Barn in Acacia Street, Windhoek.
3, 2, 1.
At 10, the Baby Expo takes place at Nictus Giga in the capital. And then there's a market day at the Green Centre in Swakopmund until 4, featuring arts, crafts, foods, drinks, and much more. At 5, the Hot Project presents a pole party at Eagles Beer Garden in Windhoek, showcasing an array of aerial, pole, and exotic dancing. At 6, the Magic Words Trio hosts the first of their Namibian tour shows at Droombos, which includes a 3-course dinner and other entertainment. At 7, the Voice of Namibia Kids final show takes place in the capital, and at 7:30, Drag Night Namibia returns with 50 Shades of Vegas at the Pharaoh's Loft, also in the capital. There you have it, folks. Have loads of fun.
The Agenda is a weekly national affairs interview program hosted every Sunday by Namibian Sun editor Toyvon Jabela, featuring a panel of high-profile newsmakers, analysts, and experts. The Agenda aims to reach high-end news consumers seeking informed understanding of national issues. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and the Namibia Media Holdings Facebook platform. The Agenda focuses on interviews where we put the nation in the hot seat. Contact Agenda at synergy.com.na to get your product and service in the hot seat. The Agenda, focused on today's conversation.
Sadly, we have come to the end of our show for today, but don't despair. I will be back for a very final time next week before my colleague Precious takes over the We Talk show. And don't worry, she will bring you amazing interviews and recommendations. I will be back again next week. See you then.
2, 1.